Hello, hello. How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome, welcome. We are going to be talking about how to close your loyal customers, how to get into the mindset of potential loyal customers, and how we can basically maximize our paychecks with this $100 extra bonus promotion right now. I am sipping on my keto coffee right now. You guys can see I have a fancy new mug that I got for my birthday. And I'm super pumped. I feel like loyal customers are something that we don't always focus on, but we should, because they are literally like the bread and butter of your business. Without loyal customers, without personally enrolled volume, your check's going to reflect that. That is what we get paid on the most. So I feel like when it comes to customers, we really need to focus on maximizing or not maximizing, but maximizing on, getting them, but also on perfecting our skill and mastering how we basically close them with psychology. So I've written down some notes on things that I really like to focus on when it comes to, customers and sealing the deal and follow-ups. Hang on one second, you guys. Sorry, Johnny was locked out. Okay, so I wanted to talk about how to get into the mindset of the potential. So when you guys are talking to customers and they're interested in the products or they're asking for information, put yourself in their shoe. Okay, so you're talking probably on your phone. If you're doing social media business, you're talking on your phone and they don't know what it looks like, what it smells like, what it feels like, what you're actually talking about. They have no idea. They just know what you're telling them. So we have to make it as personable as possible for them to catch the vision, for them to see the excitement, for them to, basically want to order it right now. So some of the tips that I started doing was when I'm talking with potentials, I'm being very excited. Explanation points, lots of, pictures, the hands up emoji, lots of smiley faces. It's something that shows that you're passionate and that you're not a robot. Okay. When we're messaging, we don't want to sound like robots. We don't want to be like, it's the wraps are $59. Do you want to order them right now? Like that's boring. We want to talk to them in a way that it's exciting and that they, catch that fire of why you're even selling it, why you're even doing it. Hi, you completely lost me. My train of thought. This is in the background. Sorry guys, just my mind's like all over the place now. Okay, so they want to see it, they want to believe it, they want to feel taken care of and trusting. So I like to go above and beyond for my clients whenever I'm talking to them about the product. So like with the defining gel, okay, so right here I have defining gel. I will sometimes open it up, put a little bit on my palm, and I will send them a picture of that. So that way they see what it looks like. I like to do it with my current nails. So I literally have probably like 10 different pictures in my phones of like hair, skin, and nails on my actual hand. And I will send them a picture of what it looks like when I'm talking to them. Sometimes you don't need to go to that extent, but when it comes to a green personality, when it comes to someone that's asking you a lot of questions, like I literally just sold someone on hair, skin, and nails, and she told me she was skeptical. She said those words, "I'm skeptical of trying this product." So I said, this is what it looks like. This is what it's done to me. I said, are my before and after pictures. I said, this is what, this is the ingredients. I literally sent her everything about it. But then she ended up buying one for herself and then also for her husband. So I like to put myself in the eyes of the customer. So you have to put yourself in their shoes. They don't know that they need this product until you show them the value in it, until you sell them on the product, essentially. And how we can do that is by being more visual. People are visual learners, just like you guys told me in the questionnaire when you got started. You like to see examples. People like to see examples too, especially if they're going to give you your credit card. Like in Target, and when you go to Publix or whatever shopping store you have, you can actually see the product before you buy it. When we're creating an online shopping experience for them, they don't know what it looks like or what it is. People sometimes think greens are pills. So I actually have a video, like a little short boomerang that I made on Snapchat of me pouring the greens in and showing that it's powder. So you have to just sometimes get creative with how you present information. And then it's going to be easier to seal the deal with them because you're building that trust. So sales are built on trust. They're built on, you know, likability, credibility, and also built on your personal experience with them. If you're not using the products, which I think like our team, I don't really have to preach that, but I know with other teams, you know, they don't require using, you know, the products with the auto ship. Like you guys know auto ship is law, because you can't sell something you're not using. That's like getting a steak from a vegan. That's like getting a Lexus car from someone that drives a Honda. It just doesn't work. Like you have to use the products that way you're passionate about it. So I know you guys all understand that. You guys are awesome with that. Something that I was not so good about was having my own before and after pictures. I did it a lot in the beginning, but now I'm focusing on finding old pictures and then incorporating new ones taken right now and making, you know, before and after, so that way I can see the difference. Like I just did with my hair, skin, and nails. I just started sending that out to my potentials that have been on the fence. I'm like, look, this is me. Biotin didn't work, hair, skin, and nails work. So sometimes it takes some time. Like I know Jackie Castro, you were my client back in the day. Go back and look for an old picture of you and then just put it side by side with one from now and say, this is what the products have done for me. People want to see your results. They don't care about Johnny's results. They don't care about, you know, the girl that everyone's circulating her before and after pictures. They care about your results. So also, whenever you're using like the scripts in the team page, which I will tell you guys, they've been proven time and time again to work. It's something about the verbiage. However, you know, it was formulated. I made those all from my top of my head. They work almost every single time. I will like change it up sometimes, and I will put like, you know, something in the front of it, or, you know, end it a little bit differently. You guys still have to customize it to make it sound like you, but the primary focus, the cleanse verbiage is like flawless. Like you guys should all be using that cleanse script because it works every single time. I'm pretty sure all of you on here have sold the cleanse with that script. Like it's just crazy. And I always send a before and after picture with pitching the price. So like I said, people are visual. When they see the price, they're like, oh, she's just trying to sell me. But then when you send the picture, they're going to be like, oh, well, I can see myself getting those results, so I'm more likely to say yes. That's just a psychology trick that I've been using ever since I kind of got started. And that is why we enroll a lot of loyal customers. 1 month, I think the highest number we had was like 32 or 33 loyal customers in 1 month. So it's proven to work with the pictures every single time. Sometimes I forget, but I've gotten to a habit of really, really being good about it. But I used to forget. So then I would still send it after the price. That's fine. It's better to send the picture first and then the price. So that way the eyes read down, it's psychology. It just works. Send ingredients only if they ask to see your link. So if someone's on the fence and you pitch them price and they're like, well, do you have a link? I say, did you want to see the ingredients? Because 9 times out of 10, that is why they want the website. You are in control of the sale. Do not give your link out. Do not. If they want your link, even after you send them the ingredients list, offer to call them. And as a last resort, if they're just very not, you know, if they're like, I'm going to order right now, give me your link. Or if you don't, I'm not going to order. Obviously send it to them, but always try and think of a way to get around it, because when you give them the link, you lose control of the sale 9 times out of 10. But there is exceptions. I gave my link to someone on Instagram because I didn't know who she was. She wanted more information about keto coffee. She was curious about trying and looking at other products. I said, fine, here's my link with the instructions. I put like a little picture together. So I don't actually send the link. I actually made a picture on WordSwag with my website. It says go to bodiesbyNatalieNicole.com, click shop, add product to cart, enroll as loyal customer for the discount. Let me know if you need help. And I actually have this written on my, like, it's just a picture. So I definitely recommend doing that. Anytime you send a link, Facebook and Instagram is going to, you know, lower your visibility. You don't want to do that. You can send a picture with it written on, and that's perfectly fine. So long story short, I sent her the link. And then I kept talking to her, and that's another thing, you guys. You need to keep talking to your potentials. Ask them about how their day is. Ask them if they've ever tried products from MLM before. Ask them if they, you know, if they're working on any other goals. There's so many questions that we can ask, and the more questions you ask, the more you are interested in them, and the more they're going to trust you and buy from you. I've developed so many relationships as I'm pitching products that I keep pitching different things because it just comes up in conversation. You know, they'll be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, my kids, you know, just disrupted me. I'm so stressed out. And that's when you can bring up confianza. You know, there's different ways that you can pitch products just by what they tell you when you're asking them questions. So she ended up, you know, saying at the end of our conversation, okay, what do you need from me? And I got her credit card, even though I already sent her the link. And that's my goal with you guys, is to get their credit card every single time. It doesn't have to be right then when you're originally talking to them, but eventually, you know, you keep watering the seed, you harvest them, and then they sprout. So that is something that that I've gotten confident with. It does have, you know, a little bit to do with your confidence as you guys continue talking to people, getting small wins with, you know, if someone just wants to cleanse, the next time you're not going to be afraid to ask, you know, were you looking to try anything else that I have posted about? I'll use that line a lot. Was there anything you've seen that I posted about that you're interested in? Because most likely, yes. I just got off the phone with a girl and she said, you know, I did want to ask you about those wraps. We didn't even talk about the wraps. We were talking about like the protein and whatnot. So then I explained the wraps to her, and then now she wants to order basically everything. Just because, you know, I said, was there anything else that you've seen someone posting about that you're interested in? Doesn't even have to be you. They're probably friends with other It Works distributors, and they've seen like that other It Works distributor post about something, and then because they trust you, they're going to ask you and then order from you. So also, you guys, whenever you make videos, like your rap videos, let's say, I know a lot of you have Rap Live, use those as leverage. So when you're talking to someone and they're just like, well, how does it work? Hang on one second, let me send you a video. You know, and then send them the link to your actual video. You don't want to send them other people's stuff. Like with me, it's a little bit different. I'm your leader. I'm not going to steal a lead from you, but you don't know if that person is going to end up ordering with the person that you sent them the video. You know, with me, if I see that you guys are a mutual friend with that person and they're asking me for info, I'm going to go to you and say, hey, is this your potential? Because I don't do that. But you don't know how it's going to go with other people, right? So I definitely recommend, you know, making a good rap video. If you don't like the first one that you made, rap again in a couple days and just make a good one where you're confident, you talk right, you know, and use that in the future. So I've been saving all of mine and uploading them to YouTube. So now I'm focusing on growing my YouTube channel, and I'm using the links to seal the deal basically. So I uploaded my hair, skin, and nails video. I talk about hair, skin, and nails and what it's done for me. I just sent it to my LC that just signed up because she tagged one of her friends in my post, and I said, hey, is your friend interested? She's like, yeah, she's just kind of, you know, waiting to see how it works for me. She's skeptical. I said, if I send you a video about it, do you think that would help, you know, to have her see basically what it is? She goes, yeah, send it to me. So I sent her my YouTube link basically. But if you're on Facebook, you can just tag them in the video on Facebook, because then it bumps up that video. More people are going to see it. I've done that in the past on Facebook where I sent them the link to it, or I commented their name in the comments to boost the video, and then I actually got a sale out of it because someone else saw it because it started circulating. That's how Facebook works. So it's okay to go back and comment on, you know, older stuff, because then it's going to get seen by more and more people, and you never know who's watching. So when it comes to also like leads, let's say you get a lead, be excited and say, hey girl, oh my God, I can't wait to give you more information. Have you ever tried anything like this? You know, even if you're waiting to send a screenshot to me or your upline to get an answer back, you know, what to say to this lead, you can still say something yourself, just like, hey girl, I'm so excited to tell you more about it. Say something. You want to acknowledge them. You don't want to keep them waiting when they're excited and ready, like right now. It's okay to not, you know, don't pitch them the price right away if you're not confident with that. But you can still say something, but always end it with a question too. So don't just say, hey, I'd love to tell you more, and then leave it open-ended. You want to say, hey, I'd love to tell you more. How are you doing tonight? Ask them how they are. If you don't want to ask them, you know, if they've ever tried anything yet before, if they're not sure, always respond to them right away, because then sometimes we get so busy that we forget that we even had a lead. And it's happened to me where I just didn't respond, and then I lost the lead because I forgot about them and they weren't excited anymore. You don't want them to be waiting in your inbox for too long without any response back, because there's probably another It Works distributor on their wall that's also posting about keto coffee or the wraps, and then they might send the same message to her and see if she responds faster. So you don't have to give them all the information right away, but just say something. I found that when I treated my potentials with more urgency, I started closing more. So that's just a little tip for you guys. And like I said before, always be excited. Even if you're having a bad day, because let's face it, we're not perfect. I'm human. I have bad days too. I just add in, I'm like, wait, that sounds bad. Let me add in some more explanation points. Like we all have to kind of, you know, boost it and then fake it a little bit. You know, it's social media, so you can add emojis and still be in a bad mood. But I definitely recommend being happy, excited, using emojis, using hearts if you're talking to girls. It's just going to get that personality out there basically, because you don't want to be a robot. Okay, so with follow-ups, this is something that's really big. We have to understand that this business takes time. Okay. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to get 500 customers tomorrow. It takes time. And this is why you have to develop your own follow-up system. It took me months and months and months to figure mine out. So it's not something that's going to happen overnight either. So basically, I definitely recommend writing down all your leads, writing down who you've talked to, write down on your calendar. I have a big calendar right here. I also have a planner, and I use my phone of when people are going to order, when you're going to talk to them next. I just got off the phone with a girl, just made a brand new connection. She wants, my guidance and to use our products. So she said she gets paid on the 22nd. So I wrote it down right up there, LC client Haley with her name. And then I can also make a plan in my phone, so that way it notifies both of us that we have an appointment set to basically get the ball going. I know a lot of you guys are good with writing it down now and setting the reminders and appointments and stuff, but don't count on just Facebook. I believe Hunter told me that her alarms never went off the other day. So you don't want to just count on Facebook. It's glitching right now too with all these updates. Still write it down somewhere, so that way you know to follow up. Because if you don't follow up, someone else will, and then you're probably going to lose the sale. And all that time you spent messaging back and forth with them, convincing them about the product, they're going to go to someone else that's consistent, that reached out to them and said, hey, are you interested in this? Because let's face it, you guys, people still are cold messaging out there. So if you don't follow up, they might get a cold message from someone from the company, and then that sale might go to them. That's just the truth behind it. So when you develop your follow-up strategy, it doesn't have to be, the same day every week. It can just be like, oh wait, I haven't messaged people in a couple days. Let me go do that. I do it randomly. I don't have like a set schedule. I know that some ambassadors out there, they will follow up only on Fridays. Some will do it every single day. They will just start following up with random people that they haven't talked to in a couple months. It's totally up to you. But I definitely recommend following up with people in general, like as a whole. Like if you've talked to someone, you better follow up with them. Even if you just say, hey girl, how are you? Do you have any plans for Thanksgiving? Like it can literally be as simple as that. Sometimes it doesn't even have to be like, hey, are you ready to order right now? But it depends on the pace of the conversation. So I go off of my vibe and my intuition when it comes to the potential. So let's say they're so excited, you sent them the template and you're waiting for their information. I follow up the next day. I say, like if it's on Instagram or Facebook, I'll be like, hey girl, here's my number if you want to text me, if that's, easier for you. I will try and give them my number, because then it's more personable. And sometimes people are weird about sending credit cards on, social media. So then you can get their number and then they can text it to you. I've had people say, can you call me real quick and place the order? I said, sure. I do whatever the customer and the client wants. We have to become less selfish and more selfless when it comes to this business. I have started going out and about, meeting people in person. I have started getting on the phone was a big thing in the beginning, because we're so caught up behind here. But even if you have a busy schedule, you're driving to work, call your potential then. Schedule your appointments when it's convenient for you. But don't be afraid and scared to get out of your comfort zone. Sometimes we end up going on the phone with people, and then that's how I've gotten my $400 orders, okay, is by being on the phone with them, being personable, explaining the products, explaining the website, showing them what we're all about, and saying your story. If you don't have a story yet, say our story. We started 17 months ago. We went full-time in 7 months. They've earned over $51,000 in bonuses. You're going to get their guidance too and our guidance when it comes to the products. If they're skeptical about, let's say, the ingredients, you can say, Natalie's holistic, Johnny's a registered nurse. You can use things about us to help seal the deal. And that's called third-party leverage. And that also is a very good tool to use. But when it comes to following up, I recommend, sometimes 2 days, waiting 2 days if they're on the fence or they're ready to order and then they don't respond. So 2 days is typically about what I do. But if I see that they're active, on Facebook, I will, go and and comment on their most recent post. I will do things like that comes to, showing them hey, I'm here, kind of that psychology trick, because then it pumps up or bumps up in the notifications that you're commenting on their stuff. So then also, I recommend, waiting a week or so. I do like following up on Fridays. I don't only follow up on Fridays, but I feel like I have more luck because it is payday. But at the end of the day, people have excuses as to why they can't get started, and then I try and rebuttal them. So let's say someone says, I have to ask my husband if I can order these products. I'll say, that's fine. When are you going to talk to him? I want dates and I want times. I want answers out of them. I don't want to just leave it open-ended, because then it's never going to get done. You're never going to sign them if it's just like wishy-washy, you know? So there's nothing wrong with being assertive, because you guys, this is your business. This is your business, and you are in control of your paycheck, and you are in control of your schedule and your communication with them. So I will always ask them, okay, when do you get paid? When's a good day for me to follow up with you? Because there's nothing wrong with scheduling, you know, appointments. You guys are busy, right? You're busy business owners. So when you come off as a professional, they're going to treat you as a professional, and they're not going to just start ignoring you. I've had some ignore me, obviously, too, but I've had people say, you know what, Natalie, I'm going through some struggle right now with my car situation. Can I start next week? And I'll say, yeah, that's fine. Have you ever considered making extra income, you know, by using the products? So sometimes I'll pitch them the business. Because you never know, they could be that one rock star that takes off just because you offer them the opportunity. So there's different ways that you can go about excuses. If they don't have the money, I will usually always pitch them the business, because they might not see the value in just using the products, but they see the value in making money while using the products. That was my biggest thing. You know, $40 more to get started as a distributor made way more sense for me than just buying the wraps outright. So there's other people out there too that are probably thinking the same thing. If you guys have questions, definitely don't hesitate to drop them in the chat. Okay, so. Okay, and here's what I wanna challenge you guys with one thing. I want you guys to pick one product that you love. Okay, you use it every day. You have it physically at the house. It's not like something that you love the idea of. You actually love this product. And I want you to post about it in one way, shape, or form every single day for the rest of the month. Okay, so that's what, about 2 weeks. There is something that has to do with consistency. It works every time. When I focus a lot on hair, skin, and nails, I signed, I think, 12 or 15 loyal customers in 1 month because of hair, skin, and nails. I was constantly posting about it. That's when my hair really started getting like healthy again, and it stopped looking so blah. I focused on hair, skin, and nails because I was so passionate about what it did for me. It changed my life, it changed my hair. So I want you guys to pick a product. Think of it on the top of your head right now. First product that comes to mind is probably the one that you love and you're most passionate about. If you guys can drop it in the chat, that way I know you're here since I can't see your faces. Drop your favorite product in the chat. And I want you guys to focus on posting about it every single day. So right now, you should only be posting, 1 to 3 times max a day. Somehow in that one of those posts, you need to incorporate this product, okay? So I'm going to give you guys some ideas. I'm not saying you need to, pitch the price every single day. No, that's not what I'm saying. All right, Jackie loves greens. Come on, guys. There's 8 of you on here. Well, 7 of you on here. So pick a product, drop it in the chat, and then I'll help you guys come up with ideas about it. And yeah, pick something that you don't mind posting about every single day. So if you're, nervous about posting about the wraps and putting your body out there, maybe pick the defining gel or something. But make sure you're using it, because you need to be transparent in the sense of when people ask you about it, they need to, believe you, basically. So that's okay, Tawny. You can start it tomorrow then. Okay, so this is what I recommend. So every single day, you need to figure out a way to incorporate it. And this is also gonna increase your skills with posting, okay? Sometimes you guys read my posts and I incorporate the business and the products in the same post and what I'm doing that day. I just summarize my day basically, and I just throw it out there, like keto coffee. That was my go-to that I started posting about every single day. Speaking of, hold on. So I will post about keto coffee every single day. So I'll say, I'm so excited that it's Friday. I just got a brand new, I just got keto coffee and welcome 2 new clients. I can't wait for a date night tonight. And then say, what's your favorite date night idea? And drop it below. Something like that. Like, do you see what I did there? I just said, happy Friday. I'm drinking my keto coffee and welcome 2 new clients. Can't wait for date night tonight. Drop your favorite date night idea. And like, that was just like my post. It was like 4 things in a row, and that's it. Like, it is so simple to post, and I feel like we overcomplicate it. Literally, like, we always overcomplicate posting. I don't know what it is. I used to do it too. I'm like, I don't know what to post. Just you have to think off the top of your head. Like, just be you. How did you used to post before it works? And now just incorporate the products into it works. So that's what I would do for like keto coffee. Then the next day, I talk about the benefits of keto coffee. Okay, it's made with grass-fed butter. It has coconut oil. I used to spend so much time, making it raw. Now it comes in instant packs. This has made my life so much easier. Okay, another post. Then the next day, I actually would post picture of me holding up envelopes. I'm going to mail out keto coffee samples. Everyone loves this magic in a pouch. That's it. Then the next day, I would make a post. I remember when, so this is going to be like a lifestyle type post. I remember when I used to be on the ketogenic diet, and it would be so heavy to carry around MCT oil with me. Now I love that I get it all instant in a pack, and because it has collagen in it, I'm getting even better results by using this product because it's making my muscles look better with the protein that I'm incorporating from it. So there's a whole nother idea right there. Talking about what it used to be and what it is now. People love to hear about past, present, and future, basically. So then the next day I could talk about how, oh my God, I'm so excited. I just welcomed my best friend to the keto coffee. She's going to lose 5 pounds in 1 month, just like I did, or however many pounds you guys lost. And then just leave it at that and post it like a selfie with the new loyal customer thing. So there's so many ways that we can talk about the products. One day you can pitch what's in it. One day you can pitch about how the greens are giving you energy right now. One day you can pitch about how the greens help Johnny get rid of his heartburn. One day you can post about how the greens are alkalizing your body so you stay healthy. There's just so many different ways that you can post about the products. One day post a before and after picture of sometimes they do have before and after pictures with the greens included. You can post a picture with the greens included, and that's still posting about the greens. As long as you guys incorporate the greens every single day. And if let's say you have a busy life and you have a busy schedule and you can only post one time today. Okay, let's say you can only post one time today. That's okay. Take a picture of you mixing up your greens on Snap, and then upload it onto the story mode. That still technically is going to be seen by, some of the people, not necessarily everyone if you were to upload it, but that still counts as like a post that day. So just pick one product and then just think, how can I post about it? How can I incorporate this into my everyday life? And sometimes you guys message me with stuff and I'm like, that's a post. Go make that a post because you're so excited to tell me. You need to be so excited to share with the world so that way other people, see that you're excited and then they want to order it. Because honestly, it all comes from you. So pick something you're passionate about, and I think this is going to really help you guys bring in loyal customers. When you're consistently posting about something, that's when you start bringing in the numbers. I watched a training video last night from another leader, and they said that they do this all the time. And I was like, that makes so much sense because I started thinking, what did I do when I enrolled 30 loyal customers? I was constantly posting about hair, skin, and nails. That's it. And it's an easy sell. For hair, skin, and nails, it's $33. People typically have that. And if they're giving you excuses as to why, it's because you haven't showed the value in it. So that's when you keep posting about it. They keep seeing other people are interested. Other people are excited. Then it becomes social acceptance. And then more and more people are going to inquire and want to order it. So I challenge you guys to do that for the rest of the month. I'm going to focus on keto coffee again because I kind of stopped posting about it. But I should have kept going. So learn from my mistakes. Don't stop. So let's do it for 2 weeks. And then we'll see how many customers we can ring in for that product. And I think it'll be a really good challenge to see what happens with it. But okay, and that also comes into play with attraction marketing. You are passionate about it, so you're going to be attracting people that also want to try it. It's not like we're selling it. We're talking about us using the product. So if you're rapping right now, if you're brand new and you're starting your rap journey for your 4 raps, you need to talk about what each one has done for you. Talk about how, oh my gosh, these pants used to be too small on me. Now they fit because of the raps. You can talk about how, your husband noticed that you're looking leaner because of the wraps. There's just so many ways to incorporate it. You just have to get creative. Anytime you're thinking of something in your head, try and make that into a post. It's just a different mindset that we have to get into the habit of. Because honestly, when it comes to sealing the deal with customers, it starts with the post. If you're posting like you're trying to sell it, then they know why you're already talking to them. And then they're not going to be as excited and committed as if it were you sharing your journey with it, and then they're like, oh well, I want that too. It's just a little trick that we have to play when it comes to the type of post that we do. Okay, how did it change your life? That can be another post. Talk about your story sell. What did it do for you? what did it change for you? Did you stop spending $60 on hair treatment stuff because now you use hair, skin, and nails? Did you stop taking like 6 other different vitamins because all of that is included into one with the greens? You know, just think about what simplified your life by using this product. And then, okay, another thing that I have written down is don't go in for the kill right away with the price. I used to do this all the time. I'll admit it, I was guilty of this. I would say, okay, you're interested in hair, skin, and nails. All you do is take 2 a day. Here's the price. Are you in? That is like so salesy, and people know you're just trying to get their money. When I actually took a step back and I was like, okay, let me have some conversation with them first and then pitch them the price, it started closing out people left and right. So now I'll say is, okay, so let's talk about hair, skin, nails. Let's say someone's interested, you post, you have a lead. I'll message them and say, hey girl, are you trying to grow out your hair, or do you just want to, you know, or you just want to thicken it? And I'll put like 2 spaces, question mark, explanation point. Always question mark, explanation point. That shows that you're excited and that you're a real person, that you're not just, you know, copying and pasting. And then they'll tell me kind of what's going on with it. So if they give me a lot of information, then they're most likely agreeing and they're going to want a lot of information back. If they kind of say, yeah, if they just say yes or yeah, like I'm trying to grow my hair out, I'll be like, oh, okay, have you ever tried any hair vitamins before? So I'll try and ask them another question. I'll just keep asking them questions until I feel like I've gotten kind of enough of a relationship type built within that one conversation about whatever we're talking about, right? So then I would say, you know, have you ever tried any hair vitamins before? They'll tell me yes or no. I've tried, you know, like this, for example, my one girl I just signed up, she said, I tried CVS quality and it's not working for me for 4 months. I say, girl, I totally understand what you're saying. I was the same way until I found these vitamins. They've completely changed my life. And then I send her my before and after picture from biotin alone and then hair, skin, and nails. You guys can use that picture too when you're pitching the price, or you're pitching the product, not even pitching the price, but pitching the product, and say, yeah, my mentor had the same problem, or if you guys have had the same problem, you know, relate it to you. Tell them your story, your history, because then they know that you're actually using the products. So then I would say, you know, my thing, and then I would say, how soon are you looking to get started? Or and then they usually, with hair, skin, and nails, it's a little bit shorter of a pitch, you know, then they'll normally say, well, how much is it? And then you can say, all you do is take 2 vitamins a day. You know, it's retail $55, but it's only $33 a month for you as my 90-day hair model. Are you in? Does that sound good? You know, however you want to end it, but always end it with a question. And then I try and get them signed up right away. I will send them the template, basically. As soon as they say, yeah, that they want it, I send them the template. I don't wait for anything. I'm just like, all right, boom, I'm signing this customer up. I'm telling myself that. They're going to send me their information. I'm signing them up. Done deal. They want this product. And I literally will say that to myself out loud sometimes. Or like I'll tell Johnny, I'm not going to the gym until I sign a loyal customer. And because you're saying that, you're speaking it into existence. And then 9 times out of 10, it's going to happen. It's just crazy how it works. I don't know why, it just works. So sometimes though, we don't want to go in for the kill right away. Like I said, we want to get to know them. Why do they need this product? Because here's the thing. What if they are so stressed out and that's why their hair is, you know, thinning or falling out? Then they might need confianza too. But if you don't ask them questions about it, then they may never know. You know, dealing with health and lifestyle supplements, it's a little bit different. There's way more, you know, variables, which a lot of you guys are good about. You know, are you exercising? Are you dieting? You know, different things like that to see where they're going with it. But yeah, I always try and like to ask them more questions. The more, the better. If you feel like, you know, you just started talking to them and you just pitched them the price, it's okay to backtrack a little bit and still ask them a question after you pitch the price. Sometimes this gets them to respond. I've done this too, where I was like, oh crap, maybe I shouldn't have sent them the price right away. Like it was kind of too short for my liking. You know, I kind of got a bad, you know, vibe, like, ooh, I kind of feel like I just rushed that sale basically. So then I'll send them a question and be like, I'm just curious, have you ever tried anything from It Works? Or you can say, like, let's say you're talking about the wraps. You can say, like, let's say you forgot to ask them a question. You can just ask them it after you've already pitched them the price. Like, what have I done in the past? I'm trying to think. Have you ever tried, you know, any products like this? Or are you currently using any supplements already? Just anything to kind of get them talking, because then it's going to keep the conversation going. I'd have to go through my phone to find, like, exact examples, but I've definitely done that in the past and it's worked. Does anyone have any questions? Okay, I wanted to go through one of my hair, skin, and nail sale that I just got because I wanted to show you guys what I mean when it comes to not rushing the sale. So, okay. So she commented on my post about hair, skin, and nails. I showed you know, my before and after, and I explained my story with how they've helped my hair. I said, "Hey Kristen, happy Friday. I'd love to tell you more about these vitamins. Are you trying to grow your hair or add some thickness?" I used to say, how long have you been trying to grow your hair out? I have found that this question works better. Are you trying to grow your hair or add some thickness? Because sometimes they're not trying to grow their hair out, and then it comes to an awkward point where you kind of have to try and resell them on the product because you assumed that they wanted to grow their hair out. So I started saying, or add some thickness, because some girls just want to thicken it up. They don't really care about the length. And then she told me, you know, I have really fine hair, so thickness would be good. I'd also love some length. I've been taking biotin like you have in your post because I had a horrible experience with color and breakage from a hairstylist. So I had to get a bunch of layers to cut off the damaged ends. It's slowly growing, but that's why I was interested in hearing more. So then I sent her a picture, and then I talked about how I can relate. I said, oh, I can totally relate with the bleaching and damaged ends. So basically these are a supercharged biotin made with other extracts like Japanese seaweed to give you better results. All you have to do is take 2 vitamins a day and share your results if you wish. It's usually $55, but I'm running a loyal customer special right now for being my 90-day hair model. So it would be $33 per month for you. Are you in? So I explained how we're different than biotin. I brought up some of the other extracts. That way she knew that it was different. I told her you only take 2 a day. And then I asked her if she was in, basically. I found that Are You In usually works for hair, skin, and nails. I don't use that for any other pitch. I only use it for hair, skin, and nails. I don't know why. It works. And then she goes, my husband wants to grow his out too. We'd be using double. Do you have any 2-for-1 specials? Or I could just let him take biotin, haha, and not tell him. Have you seen great results from everyone? And then we talked about the iPhone glitch. That's been a good, you know, kind of laughing conversation thing. You do want to make your potentials laugh. That's another thing that we kind of talked about, I think, in one of those Zooms, is when you make them laugh and you make a joke out of something, don't laugh at them, but make a joke in the conversation, usually like about yourself. That's going to get them to trust you. It's going to get them to open up. So I said, it's happening to me too. I went to my keyboard settings. I told her how to fix the problem with the, you know, the iPhone glitch with the eye. And I said, super annoying iPhone glitch. And I put a laughing face with like the, you know, the panicking face. So we kind of laughed about the iPhone glitch together. So we related on the glitch together. We related on the hair. So now, boom, the trust level's through the roof, right? And then she said she changed it. And I said, yes, literally everyone loves these vitamins. And then I laughed at what she said, not to tell him, oh my God, laughed my ass. So like, I actually like was laughing with her. Like she was my best friend. You know, Jessica Pearson talks about that all the time. Talk to them like they're your best friend. So I want to show you guys what exactly I did. Can you see that? So I said, yes, everyone loves these vitamins. And I put like all of these emojis. Like I made it like exaggerated that yes, everyone loves them because you're trying to sell her on it, right? So you have to be persuasive enough where you're making a big deal about it because it is a big deal. I mean, they are life-changing vitamins, but you have to talk like they're life-changing vitamins. Then I sent her 2 more before and after pictures. So in this whole conversation, she's seen mine that I posted, she's seen the first one, and then she's seen 2 more. So that right there is building credibility to show different people because she asked me if it works on everyone. So that's why I'm sending her more pictures because she's skeptical, right? So when you send her more pictures, she's going to be like, oh, well, it worked for this person, this person, this person. So now she's seen 4 results. And then I sent her a guy's picture. And I said 21 days. Even though it says it right here that it's 21 days before and after, I still said it to her with like the wow, shocked eyes. Because that's incredible for 21 days and you need to point that out. She might not realize that that's only 21 days. And then she'll be like, wow, these vitamins really work fast. So that's going to make her want to order it more. And then I said, unfortunately, we don't have a 2-for-1 special. I wish, because Johnny and I take all the same supplements too. And then I put like a crying face. So I'm commenting about everything that she's saying. I'm being very personable in the conversation. And I'm showing her basically more above and beyond than what probably other people do. And then she goes, well, that's amazing. So I just have to commit for 3 months at least. Do you still take yours? I said, and then I think I sent her a picture of the vitamins. Actually, it doesn't show me the picture. But I said, yes, ma'am, you can try any of our products at wholesale price. I'll email you the login name and password to manage your account. And then I said, I'll never stop taking them. That's what they look like. So then I sent her a picture of the vitamins. So I'm building more trust, more credibility by showing her what they look like. And this is something that I started doing like 6 months ago. I'll tell them, I'll email you the login password and username to manage your account. When you say that they're going to be in control of their account, boom, done deal. People are always scared about auto ships because they just don't want random things coming out. When you tell them that they get a username and password to manage their account, they're going to be like, oh, okay. It makes them trust it. It makes them more comfortable with the idea of trying something for 3 months. So I have found that when I tell people that, if they ask about the auto ship, some people don't care, but some people do. They bring it up. They bring it up. I'll say that I'll email you the login, username, and password to manage your account. Those words have been gold. And then she goes, do I pay per month? I said, yes, it's not all up front. Sometimes people think it's all up front. So I just am answering her questions as they come. And I'm being patient. You guys see, I'm not saying, are you ready right now? I'm just letting her ask me the questions because that's going to make her feel the most comfortable. And then she goes, sorry for all the questions. I said, no, you're good. I'm the same exact way. So now I'm relating to her asking all these questions. I don't want her to feel awkward that she has so many questions. I want her to understand that it's okay. Like I'm just here to help her. And then she goes, do you take 2 at the same time or 1 in the morning and 1 at night? So she continues. I said, I do the same time with a meal. I'll also send you instructions I recommend to take with a meal. I usually do with dinner post-workout. So I'll tell her when I take them, but I'll also tell her that I'll email you instructions. Ever since I started telling people that, they order every time because then they know that they're getting the best guidance. There's a lot of distributors out there that do not send them a welcome email. They don't send instructions. They don't send anything to help the customer basically feel more at home, more comfortable, and want to continue ordering. So what we do is above and beyond other distributors, which is good. So I tell people that. I'll email you the instructions because you guys should be putting in, the little product instructions at the top of your welcome email. So that way they're using the product right. One of the biggest issues I had with customer retention in the beginning of my business was I wasn't telling people how to use it properly. I would forget. I would just text them when they got it, or I would tell them, let me know when you get it. People don't. People get busy. They get the product, they let it sit there, or they just don't ever start using it, or they use it wrong. So that's why it's our job to just give them as much help and support as they can get. So that's why I tell you guys, check in with them after a week when they ordered, make sure they got the product, ask them, do you have any questions? Did you take your before pictures? That's been my biggest question is, did you take your before pictures? Because without the pictures, it's hard to see if it works or not. And then they get mad, at the product or at you, but it's, it could have been avoided if we just followed up. So after I told her, I'll email you the instructions, she goes, okay, sounds good. I'll give it a go. So I just gave her all that information. I let her know that she's going to be taken care of. I built that trust. I sent her pictures. I showed her what it looks like. And then I said, okay, yay, this is all I need. Asked for her information. I said, did you want 1 for you or 2 orders, 1 for him too? And then I said, also helps with beards. So I added that little bit in because we didn't really talk about him and why he needs it. But what if he wants to grow his beard? The picture just showed the top of the head. It didn't show a beard. So that's why I said also helps with beards in case that's what he wants, help with. Sometimes with girls too, if they're not sold on it, I'll let them know it also helps with eyelashes and with helps with nails too. So then she sent me her credit card and she goes, I'll take 2. And then she said, I asked her about the shipping, if she wanted faster shipping for a couple bucks more. I've been offering that with everyone pretty much lately because I don't want them to be, waiting on the product. I want them to be happy and have it right away, basically. So then we just kind of went back and forth. And then she goes, will you text me so I have your number? And what's your name, by the way? So because I built that much trust with her, she didn't even know what my name was. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, people will give you your credit card just because you built that trust and they don't even know your name. It says it on my Instagram, but she asked me that. So then I got her number. And then we've been kind of talking back and forth. And because I gave her so much information, she's the one that tagged her friend in my post and now is trying to get me another sale, basically, because I was so helpful. So yeah, I just wanted to walk you guys through that to hopefully give you a better idea of how I kind of go about selling, you know, some of the products, and well, hair, skin, and nails especially, because I feel like everyone on here sells hair, skin, and nails. It's like one of the most popular ones. So if that was helpful, nod your head or let me know something, because I can't see you guys. Johnny wanted to share some follow-up tips. Yeah?
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
Yeah. Real quick.
So we're coming up on an hour here.
Yeah, real quick. So this is some of the stuff that I've been doing in recent that's really been helping with my follow-ups. I will tell you guys, all I have been signing people from is pure follow-ups. That's it.
Customers only.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. So all I have been signing people from is for follow-ups. Now, when we're following up, we need to make sure that we have some kind of a system in place to where we're remembering when to follow up with people. Okay, and now one common misconception that a lot of us will make from the start, a mistake I should say, is that we will follow up to get the sale, but we won't continue to follow up with the customer after we make the sale. So the problem that this kind of can come into is that you make the sale, and now because we don't continue to keep that relationship going after we make the sale with the person, they feel that like, wow, well, all they cared about was just making the sale, and now I never even heard from them again. You guys would be surprised how many people we have talked to that have literally said like, dude, I don't know, man. Like, I started talking to this distributor. I ordered product from them back in the day. And like, I don't even know what happened to them. I don't even know if they're still working the business because they failed to continue following up. So we need to make sure that's the most crucial aspect. Guys, the way that you'll burn yourself out in this business is doing the same work over and over and over again and with no progression. And the only way to avoid this is to continue to make sure that we're following up with our customers after we sign them. Make sure that they like their products. Make sure that they got their products.
I went over that.
Make sure that they got their products. Make sure that you're following up to see if they like them, if they like the taste. I had a young lady, I've been friends with her for years, and really good friend of mine, and she just didn't like the greens. She didn't like them. She goes, Johnny, they didn't give me energy. Hey, I just don't like them. I said, not a problem. You know what? Why don't we try this? Again, like Natalie says, we're the experts. You make the suggestion. Don't say, okay, well, did you want to try something else? No, give them the suggestion already. Okay, so why don't we do this? Why don't we get you going on some keto coffee? I know that'll be a fix for you. She actually ended up going with ThermoFit. I said, okay, so I know you were trying to, you wanted to shred up a little bit. You wanted to drop an extra 5 pounds and make sure you're getting some energy. Hey, you know what? Let's do the ThermoFit. You're going to really love it. I started using it. I use it pre-workout. It's great. Boom. How's that sound for you? And she's like, yeah, no, that sounds perfect. Okay, so then there's no problem, and they continue on with that auto ship. Whereas if you don't follow up with her, or if I didn't follow up with her, she may go, you know what, I don't like this. I'm going to call and I'm going to cancel and I'm going to return the product.
It's happening.
And then she doesn't answer my phone calls, and then me and her tarnish a relationship because I failed to follow up. It's our job to continue building that relationship. Once you make the sale, once you get their credit card information, keep talking to them. You have to keep talking to them. Like, because if you don't, what happens is then you're in that mindset of like, now granted, I understand busy times happen, so maybe you don't follow up with them that day, but the next day, hey, shoot them a message. Hey, I really appreciate your supporting me, blah, blah, blah.
As you guys are signing them, go to your calendar, your planner, like a week from then, say follow up with so-and-so. Actually write it down. My biggest mistake in the beginning was I did not write stuff down. And Johnny probably too. So now we write stuff down. He will write up, follow up with so-and-so. A month later, follow up with so-and-so. I will try and follow up with them before their auto ship runs. So that way, because they've been seeing my other posts, now you guys are going to pick one product, be consistent about it every single day, post about it. They're going to eventually ask you about that product. They will. Yep. It never fails. So that's also the importance of being in contact with your loyal customers once you guys sign them, because as you guys are interacting on Messenger, they're going to see your stuff because you're in their algorithm. So then they're going to see all your other posts and what you're doing with the business and what you're doing with your life. I've upsold so many customers just by being there for them. Like, happy birthday, happy anniversary, oh my gosh, prayers, what's going on? Like be their best friend, because then they're going to send you customers, number one, and number two, they're gonna never stop ordering, because Target and Walmart and other companies they don't have that customer service that we do. we want to set apart from other companies.
And that was something else too that I was going to say, kind of going into it. Now, guys, also, regardless of whether or not you get the sale, if I'm a customer and you reach out to me and you go, yeah, you should try the greens, and I say, oh, well, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll try it next month, or I don't have the money right now. Holidays are coming up, whatever it is. Let's touch base at the beginning of the year. Sure, no problem. Don't end the conversation. If you end the conversation, I can 100% guarantee you the next time that you go to message them, they're not going to answer. I have learned, this is me now, I have learned to, okay, that's not a problem. So, what are you guys doing for Christmas? How are the holidays going? Continue being friendly with people. This is a business built on building relationships, and the more personable and the more personable you get. And now, guys, I want to tell you this too. I have had people that will tell me, oh, you know what? Just follow up with me at the beginning of the year. All right. Follow up, right after the holiday times, this, that. Sure. Not a problem. So what do you got planned for the holidays? Awesome. Oh, so what are you guys doing? Are you guys going over here for Thanksgiving? Oh, that's great. I see that you guys have got a vacation planned, whatever it is. They talked about the vacation. And then all of a sudden they go, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to order those products, because I took that personable approach and I kept the conversation going. They're thinking about it. Whereas if you're out of sight, you're out of mind. Mm-hmm. Stay on their mind, and what they're going to continue to think is, you know what? Like Nat said, they're going to stay in the algorithm. They're going to continue to see the product. They're going to continue to see your product post. But you're showing them that you care, that you don't. They're not just a spot on a chart. That they're not just a dollar sign on your commission check. We want to make sure that we're continuing that personable touch, because that is what's going to build retention.
It's true. I've sold customers that way too. They told me no, but I talked them into it because I just kept talking to them. Like once you stop the conversation, you're basically done. Like then it's the ball's in their court. Our job as salespeople, let's be honest, we are selling product, is to be in control of the sale. And when you're in control of the sale, you're asking questions. If they just posted about something and you kind of, the conversation kind of went into a halt, go on their page, see what they just posted about, and then bring it up. Say, oh my gosh, where did you get that dress for your daughter? I'm trying to find something for holiday pictures. Just think of ways to keep talking with them.
We're professional question askers.
Basically.
That's what we are. The better the questions you ask, the more likely people are to continue to respond back. On social media, 90% of the conversation, people are going to talk about themselves. So ask them questions and let them talk about themselves, because that's how they're going to talk themselves into the business. That's how they're going to talk themselves into a product. That's how they're going to talk themselves into liking you. People, there's been studies proven where people will sit on a plane and talk to people the entire time and ask questions the entire time. Get off the plane and somebody will go, so how do you like that person that you sat next to? Oh, they were great. Oh my God, I can't believe, nicest guy I've ever met before in my life. I gave him my cell phone number. He's going to, whenever him and his wife come into town, they're going to come and they're going to stay with us and this and that. And they're like, oh, okay, so what's his name? I don't know. I never even get his name. Well,
I just got a loyal customer. She didn't even know my name.
All you're doing is asking questions. Be consistent, consistency and follow-ups. So we said that. Have a planner. Have a planner that is just for follow-ups.
I told them to figure out their own system.
Exactly.
Yep.
I have a planner. I write it down and set the dates. You set the dates. It's your business. So when's available for you? They ain't never going to respond to that. How's next Friday at 2:30? I'm available then. I have 2 appointments before. I have 2 appointments before that. Social acceptance. They're going to go, wow, okay, this person's busy. You know what? They look like a busy person. If other people are inquiring, maybe this is a product that I want. I love to use social acceptance. It's huge for customers. Mm-hmm. But being consistent in your follow-up, it's your job to follow up. If you don't follow up, like I did hear Natalie say this, if you don't follow up, I can guarantee you somebody else will. And if somebody else follows up, they're going to get the sale, and you talk them into the product. You put the product out there. Be consistent in your posting. Be consistent in your follow-up. And also, too, learn to be aggressive with the right people. I am very, very aggressive. I will be the first person to admit that. Hey, are we getting you started today? Like I'm extremely aggressive. I call people procrastinators. I tell people what they don't want to hear. Now, granted, but I do it as well for product. I do it as well for product as well. If someone's continue to kind of put it off, I'll straight up say, yo, bro, why are you procrastinating? I thought you were trying to shred up for the summer. Like, you ain't going to shred up if you ain't using the products. Let's go, man. Here, hey, this is what I need to get you started. People need that kick. They need the push. So sometimes you need to give them the push. Now, do this for every person? No. Fine line. Feel it out. If you've been consistently following up and the person's been putting you off, they talk to you, you have chit-chat, they put it off. They talk, you have chit-chat, they put it off. and you haven't been aggressive, try being aggressive with them, because they may just, I've literally have signed probably 6 or 7 people in the last 2 weeks because of this. I'm like, bro, are we getting you started or what? Or are you just going to keep wasting my time? You are the biggest procrastinator I've ever met. Like, and I'll put like the laughing faces. I make it a joke, and they will literally go, yeah, dude, you know what? You're right. Let's go ahead and get started. And they send me their credit card information. So sometimes people need that push. And other than that, the last thing I will say is, don't be fearful of rejection. You're going to get told no. Learn to love the word no. No does not mean no. It means not right now. Okay. I have multiple times where I have blue message, and I will straight up, I'm not going to stop. And I'll tell them that, hey, bro, I'm going to be honest with you, dude. I'm not going to stop messaging you. So you're going to have to respond to me at some point. And I'll literally, same thing. I put the laughing faces. I make it a joke. And they'll go, dude, I'm sorry, man. I've just been so busy, blah, blah, blah. And by doing that, it's kind of an icebreaker. What you'll notice is that people will respond, and they'll at least give you, yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I've just been really, really busy. Right now is not the right time. Sometimes it's not always the right time. As much as we want to say that, like, right now it's always the right time, it's not always the right time. You want people to be in the right state of mind to use your products, so that way when they're using them, they're getting the results they want. Because if somebody's going through a traumatic breakup, I will tell you guys, when I went through a traumatic breakup, I was eating like crazy. I wasn't worried and focused about going to the gym. I was focused on going out and partying. So the last thing I wanted to be doing was spending my money on supplements. At that point, be there for that person as a friend. Let them talk, let them vent. Maybe you're the reason why you get them back into the gym. But if you're just going, oh, okay, sorry, you're not in the right state of mind right now. Okay, well, I'll talk to you in 6 months. They ain't going to talk to you in 6 months. In 6 months, you're going to forget. So be there. Sometimes we need to be there for people as a friend, and then maybe build that relationship. Yeah. Because you need customers today. You're going to need them tomorrow. You're going to need them next month. You're going to need them next year. You're going to need them in 10 years. Build the relationship, because some of our friends that have been watching us do this for almost 2 years still have not signed up. Still, the messages are all blue, but I can guarantee you eventually they're going to sign up. So just remember, no means not right now. And don't be fearful of the word no. Don't be fearful of rejection. It's going to happen. The difference between you and I is I failed a lot more than you have. That's the only difference. So.
And also I wanted to say real quick, there's sometimes people, like, they might be interested in the wrap, okay, originally. They see the results. They're like, wow, that looks awesome. But they never buy it. And then they're just like, they're wishy-washy, okay? But then you post about hair, skin, and nails. And they're like, hey, Natalie, so I want to get that hair, skin, and nails. And then they order right away. You have to just go with the flow of that person. Sometimes they don't need the green. Sometimes maybe they need a thermal fit because a fat burner sounds better to them because they just watched some infomercial about someone saying that you need a fat burner, but they like yours better because it's all natural. Sometimes it's just not the right product for them. I had a potential distributor that I was following up with. She was ignoring me, and all of a sudden I posted about hair, skin, and nails. Boom, she's in my messenger wanting hair, skin, and nails, but she ignored me like 10 messages about the business. So you don't know. You just have to keep going and talking to more people, and that's where growing your network comes in. You should be always adding new friends, posting public,
volume by numbers,
and talking as many people as possible, because eventually you will find someone that needs it right now, and that is wanting to, sign up right now.
Be confident. Please be confident. Don't be making excuses for your potentials. Oh, well, this person's got this going on, and they got a birthday next week, and they got this. Guess what? We all got stuff going on. Don't make excuses for other people, and don't ever set a budget for a customer. We've had people that
they tell us they're on a budget, and then they spend like $150 or more.
Don't ever determine your budget.
You don't know what their budget is. When you put the value on the product and you get it in your mind that they need that product, they're going to spend whatever it takes to get it. And Jackie just said that's what happened to Nat and I. She messaged me about my divorce, and a few months later, I was her LC. So I built that relationship. Sorry to use you as an example, but you brought it up. So it's not my intention. We went to high school together. I'm genuinely curious about what's going on with you, but I built that trust, built that relationship. She was an LC forever, and now she's one of our amazing distributors. So there's nothing wrong with just talking to people, reaching out to people. When we tell you guys to be messaging people every single day, we don't mean cold messaging. We mean building relationships, following up. And a follow-up does not have to be, hey, I have one spot left. Are you ready to buy my product? A follow-up can be, hey, I see me that you just decorated your house for Christmas, you know, what's going on for the holidays with you. Just something simple. It doesn't matter what it is, but you're still in contact with that person, so that way you're fresh in their mind. So that way, as soon as they eat that Christmas meal, they're gonna remember, oh yeah, Natalie has that cleanse. Let me try that now. So that's all it is just building that that footprint in their mind, basically.
That was literally that was the last thing I was going to say. Sorry guys. But making sure that you're following up daily, and like what Nat said, the follow-ups need to be different things. So maybe one day you're following up with your potential LCs. Maybe one day you're following up with your potential distributors. One day you need to have a follow-up of talking to people to build relationships that has absolutely nothing at all to do with the business. And then one day you have follow-ups with your existing loyal customers. Then one day go back into the cycle again and go, okay, so you know what? I made 3 product posts this week. I got 10 different leads. Let me follow up with those people. Be consistent with your follow-ups, because if somebody's excited about the product, then they're more likely then to sign up. But you got to continue to put that product in front of them. And did you talk about consistency with posting?
Yes, they have to post every single day about a product.
No, I was going to say, yeah.
Take a product, post about it every day. We're doing a consistency
yes,
thing.
Okay. Yeah, no, and that's pretty much it. You know, the consistency with the follow-ups is huge. Again, we're not cold messaging people. We're messaging people with a purpose. Message people with the purpose of being able to help them, whether you're there to help them to be that person that they can lean on, someone that they need to vent to. I have these girls all the time that vent these life stories to me. You think I want to listen to that? I'm like, dude, I don't care about this. But I listen and I comment and I'm very genuine. And guess what? They buy product. They sign up with the company. But you have to be there, and you have to be that person that wants to listen. This is literally a business that's built on relationships.
It's a people business, and that's why we have Confianza, because we got to deal with a lot of people, and that helps us get through our day. So, all right, you guys, I'm gonna end it here. It's been a little bit over an hour. I don't want to keep you guys too long.